Today I definitely share with you. Yeah. So welcome back, friends. Very great morning to everyone. So as today we have a brief discussion about why we have to use a playwright besides Selenium, as comparing with one wonderful real world example, taking a old car like manual driving car and a new car like a automated car, and like third we have taken as a playwright plus A as a self-driving car as a Tesla. Yes, at last we work with a MCP server, right? How MCP server is adopting the things. Okay, so here as a user, we are giving that prompt existence, and there it is selecting some agents. Through that agents, the MCP server is going to be handled. MCP is nothing but is controller. It is controlling what that prompt you are giving, what you are assisting, what the prompt you're giving, what you're assisting that is taking and assigning to some agent. That agent is driving that execution. That agent is and controlling through MCP servers only. This is what we have seen just by analyzing this with this example. And also we have seen some difference, why we have to use the playwright, what the features that we can see while using this. Also we have seen that. Yes, what are the features majorly we have seen that, friends? First is free and open source. Yes, in Playwright Selenium, both are free and open source. And where Playwright supports multiple browsers, multiple languages to develop, and multiple OSs is going to be support in Playwright as well in Selenium. Whereas browser context, whereas Playwright is directly is on working on native browsers directly on browser context, whereas Selenium is working on what, it's limited, it's working on WebDriver. Through WebDriver it is going to be open that browsers, where in Playwright directly it works on native browsers and it loads that browsers. Every time it opens a new fresh page with as kind of incognito window, which is kind of removing all the cookies and all the sessions, which will not stop your executions in a minute. So in Selenium, what we do, we delete the cookies, is okay. Because if you not delete the cookies as the next test run, it may stops your execution. That's a flaky test that happens in the Selenium that got overcome in the Playwright. Just it opening that new browser context every time for every test execution. Okay, this one advanced feature in the Playwright. And whereas headless and headed mode. So we can execute in headless and head mode both in a Selenium as well in Playwright. In Playwright, we can do it is by default. The feature is having that default headless. So you know that what the advantage of going with headless means, where we don't want to debug, we don't want to see the outputs during the executions, then we can prefer to go with a headless mode, because we prefer headless mode to execute your scripts in a faster way. Okay, generally we keep headless mode in a CDCI pipelines, because we develop that scripts before we schedule them in a GitHub, in a Jenkins CDCI. We execute in front of system, right? We'll be monitoring that. So we have to debug it, what was happening that before running for late night runs or multiple time runs. If you would like to run that, first you would do the dry run in your system. In such a way, we must run in a headed mode. Yes or no? So when we prefer to execute the same scripts in CDCI like pipeline, then we prefer to go with the headless, because we want to expect to complete our executions in a faster way. Okay, fine. This default headless mode is by default there in the Playwright setup, and whereas here we have to do some coding for to run this headless mode in the Selenium. So easy setup and configurations. So everything in a we can do in a playwright.config file is there. There we can do any kind of easy settings we can do here, friends, configurations. Whereas here everything through drivers and dependencies only we have to do the configurations. Okay, just with npm command only, with npm init we do that. All playwright dependencies, every configurations will be get loaded automatically just by this command in Playwright. Npm init Playwright. With this command, everything, dependencies, everything, configuration files, everything is going to be initiated. Nothing to do that. Whereas in Selenium, we need to initiate the drivers. We have to install the browsers. We have to add the dependencies. Everything we have to do our intentionally with our presence only. It is happening that. Here in the Playwright, with this command only, it is going to be handled. Everything installs. Okay, that's the advantage in the Playwright. So here using this Playwright functional testing, we can do that. API testing, we can do that. Accessibility testing, we can do that with some extra plugins. By using that, we can do that. So this is what possibility in Playwright. UI functional testing and API, we can do that. These are inbuilt in earlier days in Selenium. In Selenium, we do functional UI testing using Selenium, where to perform API testing, what we use? REST Azures, we use REST. So no? Yes, sir. Postman, REST, like this, we use the tools. Okay, third parties. But where if we can do parallelly along with functional API testings together, we can perform using the Playwright automation tool. Okay, fine. These one advanced features where compared to the Selenium, where it is placed here. And whereas code gen tool. So friends, which is nothing but auto script generation as kind of a record and playback. So we can open application, we can do the transactions on that application. Okay, we can do the end-to-end flow while just clicking on recording in Selenium IDE, right? In Selenium, we use Selenium IDE plugin. That plugin needs to be added to the browser's Chrome or Firefox. Through that only we can do that recording of your end-to-end test cases. Whereas in Playwright, inbuilt in, we have a code gen one tool is there. Inbuilt in, once we install Playwright with this command npm init Playwright, everything is going to be installed. I said, right? Yes. Along with this statement, when install, we get code generation option also is coming there, which is kind of record and playback. Just click on it. It opens the browsers and record all the transactions end-to-end flows and play that. That's it's a built-in Playwright code gen option is there. Just by installing this npm init Playwright, this also is coming by default. So whereas in Selenium IDE is one of the component that needs to be installed in either of the Chrome or Firefox, then we can start the recording the scripts and playback. This one advantage in Playwright, we can say that. And built-in test runner. So friends, here, yes, I have a built-in test runner is there with edit of Playwright slash test. With this command, we're going to be execute this one. But in this case of test ng, if you want to execute your tests, yes, we need a test ng or JUnit in case of Java. If it is Python, means PyTest. We need to have installed these dependencies in your project, then only we can run your tests. Okay, here just this command at the rate of Playwright rest only we can execute your scripts. Just by installing with this command, everything will get installed. I said, right? Yes, code gen is coming. We can execute inbuilt in. Okay, yes. And also in TestNG, once we have a TestNG in Selenium, then only we can have annotations, right? But whereas Playwright is default is providing some built-in annotations. Okay, now it's all advanced features in the Playwright. Okay, fine. Next, coming to the built-in reports and tracing and custom reports. So here in a Selenium, no built-in reports are there. We have to use the extend reports kind of things. Allure extend via setups, we will do that, all those things. And whereas in a Playwright, built-in HTML reports are supported. Not only HTML reports, it also supports various formats like a JSON, XML, like kind of so many types of reportings I shown you yesterday. In just by clicking on this playwright.config.js here, we can see like here, yes, these are all the configurations. So if we see a report, by default, I've given HTML. Apart from that, it also supports various types of listed, dotted report, line report, GitHub report, JSON report, JUnit report, like this. Any type of reports we can provide. And also, like if you want Allure reports, also it is supported by the Playwright. These are all the advantages while going with the Playwright. And whereas CI/CD integration and Docker support. Friends, in built-in, it has the Docker images in the Playwright, where in the Selenium also good, but needs more setups to make it a Docker images. That's the difference between that Playwright and here Selenium. And whereas come to that recording and debugging selector explorer. Friends, is that earlier in Selenium while working to inspect any web element properties, we use separately like web developers, like develop windows. In every browser, we have a develop windows, right? There we once we through develop windows only we have an inspector. With that inspector only, we are going to be spy that web element properties. Then we are writing your scripts. Okay, and recording is happening through IDE. That's externally as it in through browser only. We are doing that recording also, right? Yes. So whereas this is providing recording and debugging and selector explorer also, everything in built in Playwright tool it is giving. Like, so as I shown you yesterday, here if you click on this the left side panel, we can see down some pot symbol is right. Just click on the testing pot symbol. There you can see, here we can see pick locator is there. By clicking this, it is going to be open that browser. Okay, there we're going to be show that. Okay, and recording also recorded. See, now it is opening right here. When I click on pick locator, it has opened the browser. Of course, I didn't open any website. So just I open amazon.in, enter there. I can, oh, so let me do flipkart.com. So, so see here, it is opening website. See here, when I mouse over, see it is highlighting as a blue color. Observe here. The same thing through dev tool also through inspector. Once we click on showing on elements, it is highlighting like same kind. Yes or no? Okay. So if you click on this, yes, it will take the locator. It will come here. Okay. So this is the feature that we can say like inspector. Okay. In built-in in Playwright you're having like. Okay. So built-in parallel executions. Yes, by default, it is having parallel executions without any setuping in Playwright. Where you can see here in the configuration window, yes, parallel is there. Full parallel, true or false, just we can do like. And how many times, how many parallel you want to run at once, you can give as a worker here. By default, one is there. So one only runs. If we give 10 means that 10 is going to be run in a parallel. So 10, we have run parallel like this. Parallel equal true, we have to give means it is enable parallel mode. And how many you want on parallel? So I want run Chrome, Firefox, WebKit. So give like a 3 as a count as a worker here. Parallel true and 3 as a worker count. So 3 browsers, the same test is going to be execute parallelly. This is just by configuring here only, it will be working directly. Whereas in Selenium is, that who are working on Selenium earlier, that. So via TestNG or grid only, parallel testing is going to be happen, friends. Okay. And whereas auto wait, so smart auto wait here, until that element visibility, until that stability, until the network stability, it is going to be wait automatically in Playwright. So here, no auto wait is there. Manually, we have to apply the wait mechanism in the Selenium. That's we have seen that. And built-in assertions. Let's play key test. So friends, here, if we want to apply the assertions in Selenium, yes, using that test engine only through, we can do the assertions. But in the built-in, we have a assertion mechanism, which is kind of expect. Expect is one keyword. With that, we're going to be do that. All those things, not require any of this test engine to do that assertions kind of things. So less flaky tests also will be maintained in this Playwright, where in this assertions in Selenium, more flaky tests can be appear. So retry mechanisms and logs and screenshots and videos. So friends, in built-in, we have a retry mechanisms. In built-in, we can generate a logs of your test executions. In built-in, we have a mechanism to take a screenshots. No need to write separately the script for all these things. In built-in, we have a recording that your test scripts execution that it will take as a video that also is going to be provided. In built-in feature, So no need to write a code for retrying mechanisms. No need to write a separate code for generating in logs of your test case executions. No need to take no need to write separately the script for to take a screenshots. No need to write separate a script for to take a videos. The same thing if you would like to apply in the Selenium, yes. The retry mechanism, yes, we have to do a retry analyzer library through. We can make a retry mechanism by writing the code. To generate the logs of your test case executions, yes, use the log4j through we need to write a script and we have to generate the logs. To take a screenshot, yes, WebDriver screenshots is that interface through we are going to be take a screenshot while writing the code. And recording option also through third-party libraries only we'll do the recording in case of Selenium. That's why everything manually we need to configure while writing the script in case of Selenium. Whereas in Playwright, inbuilt in it has all the features are available, friends. Okay. And next coming to that multiple tabs and multiple window handlings. Okay. It's very easy here. So in Selenium case, we need to tell that to which tab to switch, to which window to switch. We until unless we say through WebDriver, it is going to be switched to respective tab or window. Yes, here it is not like that. It's smartly, it is going to be switched to that window or tab. Okay, and whereas come to the frames and shadow DOMs, it's a very on the native supports. It's going to be handle that. Whereas here we use JavaScript kind of things to handle that shadow DOMs, and whereas mobile emulations and geolocations, built-in devices and geo emulations using we'll be using that. And here limited needs external tools to work with the mobile emulations and the geolocations kind of things. And test parameters. So, you know that every test needs to run for multiple sets of data where we store the data in various data mechanisms like a JSON, we can store Excel, CSV kind of things, we can store the data. That stored data, we want to give it your test scripts. Yes, in Selenium, yes, in TestNG, we use the data provider concept through, we will be pick upping the data from various external sources and giving to the test. Whereas in built-in, we have a fixtures concept is there in Playwright. Through fixtures concept, we are going to be getting our JSON file or CSV files data, we pick upping and giving to your test. No need to extra TestNG kind of PyTest kind of things not required in this Playwright. Just inside that Playwright, once you install npm Playwright install in it, okay, then all these features are coming through that we can parameterize. And next, fast execution, no WebDriver. So here in Playwright, very fast execution because it directly controlled by the browser. Okay, Playwright is directly native browser is going to be work, whereas and Selenium is very slow because based on WebDriver protocol, it is going to drive the executions where it causes slow in executions in case of Selenium, whereas Playwright is very fast in execution because directly interacting with the browser controls and executing, it's a better fast is going to be executed in case of Playwright. And inbuilt-in code gen is already repeated. This yes, one. Next is powerful user-centric selectors. So user-centric selectors by get by role method, get by text, get by label through. It's a very power-centric selectors. It's going to be pick up the locators and drive the executions very fast. Where here mostly using CSS XPath only in Selenium, we're going to be executed. So as these are all things that we yesterday we discussed, just I'm recapping all those things, friends. So here maintenance, here scalability, script stability. In Selenium, it is very medium, and whereas compared to Playwright, it's very high. Okay, script stability is very high. Okay, and maintenance efforts in Selenium, lot of maintenance we have to put efforts because Playwright is low because you know everything is inbuilt in. We have the features and the low maintenance is there. Flaky test also is going to be reduced. If any of the locator is not matching it, self-healing locators mechanism is there that will set up through MCP servers. So that's the reason it switches to the next nearest locator to execute that until it gets failed. Okay, that's why await concept is mechanism is there which waits until that right locator pickups and do the actions. That's why maintenance is very less. So no flaky test will not be there. That's why in Playwright is maintenance is very less, whereas Selenium if anything gets failed due to that explicit wait, it stops the execution. Whereas in Playwright, it never stops, even it fails that step. It automatically heals that upskilling that locator, taking the best locator, picking the best locator, and drive to execute it. That's why maintenance is very low, and less flaky tests also will be there in the Playwright. Whereas infracast. So here in Selenium kind infracast, we have to do that grid setup. Okay, that's an extra infracast is there. Whereas here no grid setup is there. We can execute parallelly. Inbuilt-in feature is there in Playwright. And whereas coming to the debug time, in Selenium, debug time is very high. Here, debug time is very low because of we having that trace view, screenshots and recordings, and debugging will be very low. Getting on it. So here we have a best feature, right? So inbuilt in, sorry, trace view is the trace view means which contains all the recorded of your test cases and screenshots and all those things will be there, friends. So debugging will be very, very less time in kind of a Playwright, whereas in Selenium, we don't have any recordings, we don't have any trace views kind of things. So it will be very high in debugging time. And CI execution time will be slow here. Okay, and here it is very fast because in built-in we have that all those things CI facilitates. So these are things. Okay. So as to compare why we have to companies are preferring Playwright means as simple you can say it is fast in executions. Yes, it is fast in executions because it directly works on a native process, not depending on web drivers like as a Selenium. So it faster in executions. That's why the companies are preferring one point. And stable tests. Stable tests is going to maintain less maintenance and less flaky tests. Okay, and developer plus tester friendly it was there, and ideal for modern web apps. Like modern web apps means like we know nowadays every application is built up on React JS, Angular JS, Vue like kind of applications. These type when the applications are being developed with these technologies, so working with Selenium, lot of challengings. Even DOM elements to handle through Selenium is very, very tough. Even we work with the JavaScript executors also, very tough situations. It used to fail. Sometimes it works, sometimes it may not work. That's a very challenging phase while working with Selenium for latest web apps like which are being developed with React JS and Angular JS and using Vue. So where these, even though the applications developed with these kind of technologies, yes, that's called modern applications. That's very quite friendly with working with the Playwright. Okay, ideal for modern web apps like React, Angular, JS, Vue. Developed applications are very user friendly with Playwright. So Playwright test behaves like as a real user, not like as a robot. Okay, so Playwright best for new projects, CI/CD, modern web apps. We prefer to go with what? Yes. When to go with Selenium means good for legacy systems and large existing code bases. So legacy means what old other than this React JS, Angular JS, Vue applications, that legacy kind of applications, just we can go with Selenium. But legacy applications or latest modern applications to go work with that means we can prefer to go with what? Playwright. That's the reason every organizations are switching back to the switching to that Selenium to the Playwright, and they are migrating Selenium to Playwright also through MCP server. They are migrating their every Selenium scripts to the Playwright. So I hope everyone understood this one. Yesterday we discussed these differences. The same thing I am revising this today as well. Is everyone clear? Friends,
Yes.
is everyone clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, so okay. So, okay, I will show you some analysis, friends. Why people are, I'm not saying my words, I'll show you that one graph, okay? Fine. So, let me go with, so npmtrends.com, npmtrends.com. This is the site where we will go with this. One second, let me open this. npmtrends.com. Here we can see enter the npm package. So here I'm giving like a, so Cypress versus Playwright versus Selenium hyphen WebDriver. So as let's see that competition, how this market showing the graph. Okay. Cypress, you know that now in the lead in the market. Before Playwright, Cypress has come into picture. Suddenly, Playwright has taken occupancy and degraded that Cypress and Selenium. Right. So let's see the graph. Let's click on enter. It is taking the analysis report. Cypress is blue color, orange is Playwright, green is a WebDriver. See here we can see the signals here. So here we can see that where green is water, Selenium. See where it is. How many are using this? Now let's graph. Okay. And whereas coming to the Cypress, the next level, this is there here. And here downfall is there. And again it picked up here. But Selenium is always in the down levels. Here now, no one is preferring Selenium nowadays. So because why I'm saying showing this graph means why I mean to show this one means some of the people are putting questions for me. Ravi, nowadays Selenium is picking. Now tell me where is the picking? Someone is saying, sir, first I will learn Selenium, then I'll come to Playwright. Where there is no meaning, there is no meaningless of speaking that kind of words. I'm very feeling bad at their thinking nature. Even Selenium is no more. Why the people are saying like first we will learn Selenium, then we'll learn Playwright like this. They're saying the words. It was very yeah, fine. So here we can see Playwright how seed is increasing day to day, how it is graph is going on. So here now suddenly downfall is there when the Cypress has come the picture, then Playwright has come fall down. Suddenly again it picks up here. Again fall down, next suddenly it picks up. Suddenly it picks up here. Now the Playwright is in the lead now. See how many users are using now? See here. This is the count using right now the Playwright. That's why region everyone has to switch to the Playwright. That's why Playwright is demanding that. Okay, that's how Playwright is demanding, friends. Okay, fine. Now let me show you that. See, I am saying that Playwright is a free and open source. So yes, you can see that that source code of Playwright is available in GitHub. So github.com/Microsoft, because Playwright is a Microsoft product, right? So Microsoft slash we can have a Playwright here, Microsoft/Playwright. Similar way, we can see the source code of Selenium as well. Similar way, github.com/Selenium. We can give that Selenium WebDriver that we can see that open source code for the Selenium. Okay, then what is the official website for Playwright is what? Playwright.dev is the official website. Playwright.dev is the official website. For Selenium, selenium.dev, how it is official website, we are seeing that. Similar way, the official website for Playwright is a playwright.dev. Here we can see the official documentations. If I click on it, we can see official documentations of this Playwright. We can see, friends. Okay, Playwright test. If you okay, Playwright guide. So get started. So these are things are there. So guide getting started. So and here Playwright test. If I expand here, we can see all those things. Agents. So MCP agents. Okay. As I told you, in MCP we will have AI assistance. Through AI assistance, through agents, we are going to be do all those things. Okay, fine. These all things is the configurations, command lines, emulations, fixtures, global setups and teardowns, parallelism, parameterized test projects, reporters, retry mechanisms, timeout, typescripts, okay, all those things. Okay, so everything is documentation, very beautiful. It was there provided by this Playwright community. Okay, and here it is API. So as I told you, Selenium is only works for functional UI testing only. If you want to perform any API testing separately, we have to use that REST Azure kind of things, which is not possible along with the Selenium. So whereas Playwright is a combo offer along with the functional API, functional UI, it also supports APIs. So as a tester, parallelly we can execute functional UIs as well with the API testings. Together we can mingle and we can execute using Playwright. This is the best feature in that. Yeah. So friends, here Node.js. So friends, here Playwright is working depend on using the Node.js. If I ask you one question, Selenium is running on top of what? Tell me. Selenium is running on top of what? Come on, let me know. Anyone worked on Selenium? Please let me know. I think everyone mostly work on Selenium. Come on. Selenium is working on what? On top of what? GRE library, yes or no? GRE server, yes or no? Without GRE, can we run your Java? Can we run your Selenium scripts? Tell me, friends. Can we run?
No,
Friends, am I audible?
no, we cannot.
No. So even if you want to run Selenium with Java or Selenium with Python, the backbone is like a JRE libraries. JRE, Java library. JRE is a must. A similar kind. If you would like to execute, if you would like to execute your, if you would like, where is that? Yeah. Hmm. If you would like to execute your Playwright with JavaScript, Playwright with Python or .NET, it depends on Node.js only. It's going to be drive your executions. So where this is community, open community. So we have a good community. Nowadays, pick upping. Hope for the best. The community will be growing and do a lot of things for our needs. Okay, fine. So this is the official website for playwright.dev. There we can see the docs and API supported libraries, docs and Node.js and community kind of things we are having here, friends. Hope up to here everyone clear, right? Any doubts?
Uh, Here, one doubt like Node.js is there, right? The tab. So it means
Hmm.
like it is supporting multiple languages as mentioned under
Yes, yes.
Node.js.
Everything is going to be run on top of this Node.js. So if you want to work with Playwright, first we have to install Node.js. So in Selenium, if you want to work with Selenium, how Java is installed, JRE is dependency based on the running. Similarly, Node.js is the backbone for running all your Playwright test cases.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So yeah. So now let's talk about something like around, yeah. Let me show you about that architecture of that Playwright. Okay. So let's talk about Playwright architecture. Friends, so far everyone understanding or not? So far, am I clear? Am I clearing your doubts?
Yes.
Concepts are clear, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Friends, this is not just learning. You are understanding the architecture also. So deeply I'm going, friends. Deeply I'll go that. Everything hands-on I'll give. Wherever configurations are required, I'll make to work with you. Okay? Don't worry. Just as it is the demo session, everything theory we are discussing. Okay, from Monday onwards, we'll be starting this all the practical sessions. Okay, we'll be starting with installing all that setups, Node.js installation, VS Code installations, configurations. Okay, how to write your first Playwright script, all the things, how to execute. Okay, some shortcuts, some commands, everything will start basics. Okay, and then later we'll be starting with JavaScript and TypeScript. So some of the people asks to work with Playwright, what is the prerequisite? Yes, to work with Playwright, the prerequisite is JavaScript and TypeScript. Of course, when we go with TypeScript, then prefer the Java or TypeScript. And if we go with Python, means Playwright with Python, Playwright with C Sharp, like this, any of that language we can prefer. So most of that organizations prefer to go with the Playwright with the JavaScript and TypeScript. So we are learning Playwright with the Java and TypeScript. Okay, fine. So let's see that Playwright architecture. So friends, everything I will be giving from basic to the intermediate into the expert level. Basic, intermediate to expert level, I will take it, friends. Don't worry. And any person who is fresher, non-IT, and who are migrating from manual to automation, you will be really loving the classes. Everything is very, very informative will be there. I can challenge that no one can take like me the classes, giving the better examples and deeper things. Okay, fine. So let's talk about how that Playwright architecture works. Yes, this is the basic diagram. The diagram represents Playwright client-server architecture and how different languages control browsers. Let's see here in this picture, where you know that these are the client languages. where we can prefer writing that our playwright scripts using this any of these language bindings. I can write my playwright scripts with combination with JavaScript and TypeScript, or using Java, or using C Sharp, or using by Python. Any of these client languages I may use, I can write my tests in the client end. This is what in Selenium also does. Yes or no? Yes. Here, what client does? It has to connect to the server. What is server on the other end? Is a Node.js. Playwright plus Node.js. As I told you, if you would like to build or to execute your Playwright scripts, yes, Node.js is a mandate. Okay, now here Node.js is a server. Okay, how it is communicating from client test, what the language binding that using in writing that Playwright scripts, the client is connecting to the Playwright Node.js server. How it is communicating between these two means through WebSocket protocol. Through WebSocket protocol, it was communicating client written tester connecting to the Playwright Node.js server. And Node.js server is communicating to execute on which browser. Based on that client you define in which browser to execute, the Node.js is communicating to open that respective browsers, and it drives your executions on these respective browsers. Is everyone getting or not? It's easy, right? The architecture, how it happens, used
Yes.
by any of these language bindings. As a testers, we are writing some tests in this client end. Using Playwright, we are writing the tests. And this is communicating to the Playwright Node.js servers through WebSocket protocol. Through WebSocket protocol, it is communicating client to the server. The server is triggering that browsers according to the test what you written here, the which browser to trigger the executions. That server will pick up that script and it drives execution on this respective browsers. This is what on what protocol it's running. WebSocket protocol. It is connecting client to server. What is that server name here? Node.js. So the finally what you need, Node.js must to install in your system if you would like to work with Playwright. Okay, fine. Next. So here test layers here. What is that? So left side of this, what we have seen, the same thing I given explanation. So left side, what is that? What is the language we having? Python, Java, C Sharp, JavaScript, TypeScript. Okay. These are the language bindings acts as a Playwright clients. Okay, your test code, login, like a click, fill, assertions, lives here, all these things we write in this using these language bindings. Okay, fine. So Playwright client, the same thing. Whatever I said, the same I have given as a notes. You can go through that. So after this class, when I share this, so yesterday I supposed to share the notes and videos. I couldn't happen. It couldn't happen that. So friends, please try to drop your mail IDs. So I can share that recording and I can share that notes as well. Can you please everyone drop your mail IDs in the chat box? Can everyone please type your mail IDs in the chat box so I can share you that all that materials and yesterday and today's recordings. I forgot to take a mail IDs yesterday who has joined. That's why I'm asking you today. Please share your mail IDs in chat box. So that will help me after completion of meeting. I can go to that I can get the chart history and I can pull that your mail IDs and I'll share all the information. Please, everyone, please put your mail IDs here. Everyone, please. Friends, if you have any doubts, feel free to ask, friends. Don't hesitate that in front of everyone. All are equal, friends. Even I am also equal like you only. Okay, fine. Please don't feel like because you came here for learning, not for, of course, after learning, you'll get earning more. Okay. So don't hesitate to ask if you have any single doubt. Okay. If you have a phobia like in asking in front of everyone, okay, end of the session, you please utilize that clarifying your doubts. Don't sit idle, friends. Please, if I ask you any question in the class, please try to attend that answer, friends. Because if you're not speaking here, you cannot face the interview also. Now the pattern of interview also got changed, friends. I will tell you how we can crack the interview. All these techniques I'll be showing you. how to write your resume with the wonderful keywords, and how to crack the interview. That I will tell you all the tips and tricks also. And also daily we'll be getting that MCP questions, multiple choice questions on every topic, whatever we're discussing. Daily you'll get the questions. Daily you're getting questions. Because why? As I told you, and in a month, first Saturday and the third Saturday, we'll be having some mock interviews. So what are the MCP questions I was sharing with you? Okay, and entire 2 weeks every week we are discussing that. You are practicing that. When I ask you some questions, you are able to tell that answers. The same thing it drives to get the job, friends. Okay, na? Please travel with me and please follow the sequence what I am telling you, practices what I am giving you. In time, you please come to the classes, do the assignments, please do practices. After completion of my classes, I am requesting you, please at least 2 to 3 hours you have to work out, friends. I will tell you one small hint for you, remedy for you. Just practice these things. That will be change your life. So generally, you people, you after completion of my classes, if any working professionals, you go to the work. So once you come back from office, you'll be somewhat vexed. Just take 1 hour nap or rest and take a food and you take some good work and sleep it night. And over that morning, early morning, wake up by 3 or 4 a.m. Please wake up everyone, because that morning time is very, very precious, very cool minded. With silent mode, anyone can grab the information very quickly, friends. Even I believe on that. I was doing that practices. I am saying the same to do for my students as well. At least from tomorrow onwards, please try to wake up morning 3 a.m. or 4 p.m. It's a very brave Brahma Muhurta I be calling like. Okay. In that timing, please utilize. Definitely, you'll get this fresh mind, all the concepts. Okay. Fine. So everyone, so only 4 people has put their mail IDs. What about others? You don't want recordings? Aman, Kalyan, and Arjun, Raja, Manoj, Kavita, Dasri, SBSV is fine. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 members. Okay, how many are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One person is not. I think Varaprasad, have you put that mail ID? Okay, fine. No issues. Who are sent?
Yes,
Varaprasad?
maybe a
Aditya? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Fine. 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 Yeah. So yeah, I'll be sharing that yesterday today recordings, and I'll share the middle all those things, friends. Okay. Fine. Friends, I am requesting you, please, if you like my classes, please try to share my meeting link to your friends to let join my classes from Monday onwards. Okay, na? So as I told you, till this next week Friday, the free classes will goes on. If those who wants to enroll for this Playwright course, you can enroll in between that, or by next week Saturday Sunday you have to complete your enrollments. Who has done your payments only upcoming Monday, not next Monday, upcoming Monday onwards, you only that people will get that link. Okay, na? If you want to enroll in between also, you can make it enroll. But there is a chance I'm giving for up to this next week Saturday Sunday you can make a payments. Then from next Monday onwards, only payment people only will get the links to travel with the Playwright process. Okay. And please encourage, if you like my classes, to your friends as well. Okay. Because nowadays everyone is looking for real-time hands-on. I'm going to be show you that real-time setups end-to-end with MCP server, AI prompts, all those things, friends. I think everyone has gone through that my course content. The same thing is going to be delivered. Okay, fine. Fine. So here, yeah, same thing. Notes is there here. Playwright client, what it does. Okay. So Playwright. Okay. So the client language specific library, we can do like Playwright hyphen Java. Playwright hyphen. So if you want to run your Playwright JavaScript TypeScript, so at the rate of Playwright slash test JavaScript or TypeScript. So when we are installing that Playwright, we give this command npm init. We give npm init at the rate of test. Okay, we give that JavaScript or TypeScript. So same thing we give when installing Java npm init Playwright hyphen Java we give, that is going to be installed, friends. Client language bindings. Okay, na? Fine. So next, communication layer. What is the communication layer between the client and server? WebSocket. Yes or no? WebSocket is a layer which communicate between the client scripts and as well the Node.js server. It is communicating with through WebSocket protocol. This is what, okay? So this is what I'm giving you. Okay, next is the Playwright server is Node.js, this one, and this is a browser layer, which is direct control of the browsers. So important difference between Selenium with Playwright is here Playwright don't need any web drivers. Here there is no JSON protocols, whereas in Selenium, it is not directly rely on the browsers through WebDriver only. It is landing that browsers. It's something kind of Selenium. Whereas what protocol based the Selenium client and server is communicating means with the JSON wire protocol, it is going to be communicate. But here, what that WebSocket protocol? Yes or no? In case of Playwright, what is the protocol that we're using? Communicating client and server? WebSocket protocol. Yes or no? Yes, a direct browser protocol, CDP native automation. So here, direct browser, it is communicating, right? As I shown you in the picture, there is no, okay, WebDriver kind of concept here. Directly, the server is connected to this here. Okay, fine. So that's why it is very fast in execution. Okay, fine. So next is this one, right? Yeah. So fast in execution, more stable automation, better control over tabs, frames, and shadow DOMs. Okay, fine. Due to this. And next is browser executions. Okay. So right side browser icons, play right side browser icons. So we can see in the image right side browser icons. What are the browsers that is going to be executed? Chromium browsers. Chromium browsers in the sense Chrome browser, Edge browser, all these comes under Chromium kind of things. And Firefox, WebKit is nothing but kind of Safari kind of things. Okay. Yeah. So which launches browser creates browser context isolated sessions. As I told you, so every browser has one single page is treating that every time one opens fresh removing cookies and all the things is going to be removed and fresh incognito window kind of things is going to be generated for every tester. Okay. Yeah. Controls tabs, that controls windows, that controls frames, that controls network, storage, everything is going to be controlled through these browsers only directly. Okay. So this is how that end-to-end flow happens. First, test in the test, what we do client tester, we either of this client language banding, we write our scripts. And then what happens through Playwright client language API, through WebSocket command protocol. So it is connecting to the Playwright server, which is Node.js. And directly it is interacting that directly browsers without any web drivers. Directly it interacts to the native browsers. What the suggested browser you define here in the test, that browser is communicating and interacting with the DOM actions and networkings, UI elements. It is interacting and result is sent back to the test, again back to the test like this. This is what the flow happens. Is everyone clear, friends? Is everyone getting?
Sir, one doubt.
Yes.
So here in the test, like there are several languages: Java, Python, JS, TS, right? So in this course, we are learning which languages we are covering?
JavaScript and TypeScript.
JavaScript. Okay, okay. So yeah. So mostly in the industry also
Yes.
JavaScript and TypeScript are using,
Yes.
not Python, right?
Not Python. Not Python.
But okay. In case like if any project is running on Python, so then if we want to work
Then we
on
have
that,
to learn Python.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah. And next. Next. Yeah. So next come to this. Yeah. Why this architecture is powerful means communication is through WebSocket. It is running. That's why it is one of the reason we can say this is powerful. And one more powerful, we can say browsers are controlled directly, not through any web driver. But Selenium is through web driver, it is communicating. Yes or no? That's why we can say this is also powerful. Language support, multi languages it is supporting. That's why we can say powerful. And speed, very fast, because why it is directly operated by the browsers, not by the web drivers. That's why it is very fast. Stability, high stable. Flakiness, very low. Flakiness application is very flakiness. Okay, low flakiness. So these all the makes that it's powerful of this Playwright, friends. Communication is through WebSocket happening that. Browser controls instead of a mediator like web drivers directly to interact the browser. That's why It is very powerful. And multi-language also it is supporting like Java, Python, C#, and JavaScript and TypeScript. And the speed in execution is very fast, and stable is high, and flakiness is very low while working with Playwright. That's the reason we prefer that Playwright for automation. Yeah. Any question? Any question? Any doubt in this?
No.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to show you one analysis. I am looking for that website. Let me show you how that what the programming languages are top. I want to give the graph top list. One second. Let me check here only. Yeah, let me check here. Languages usage graph. Is that showing here? Let me close this. Programming languages usage graph. Not giving a. Okay, let me check in my WhatsApp somewhere else. I have seen that. One second. Let me show you that. The site somewhere else I have seen that. Let me check. Give me a minute. I'm checking my WhatsApp. Somewhere else I put that. I stored that. The website name is like just a minute. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Somewhere else. Oh my God, I missed that one. That is very much important. Okay. So, okay, let me try in Node.js. I think somewhere else it was there. I guess Node.js, somewhere else it should be there. Node.js, not this one. Playwright, it's not that. One second. Programming is graph. So website, beautiful website is there. They're showing all those things. In that top listed, first is the Rust programming language is there, Rust scripting language. Next JavaScript, next TypeScript is there. TypeScript. Okay, next by Monday I will be showing that. Some website I missed that. That website I missed that. Here it is showing this is not correct. This is not correct one. No, it's showing Rust here. It's not updated one. This is not updated one. Kotlin, SQL. Yeah, here we can see JavaScript is right. It's somewhat top listed. Java, Python, JavaScript. This is not correct one. I'll show you one best website is there. There we can see all programs. What are the available programs are there? It is showing the graph. It is very, very wonderful. Yeah, okay, fine. So, okay, I'll show you in Monday, friends. No worries. I'll show that Monday. I'll show you best site. This famous site. I forgot that name actually. Okay, fine. No issues. So far, everyone clear, right, friends? So Monday, we will see that. How to install that for Node.js, how to install that Visual Studio. So friends, in Selenium perspective, to work with Selenium, first we install Java, then we install that Selenium ID. Yes or no? Similar way, to work with a Playwright, we need to install.
What is the system requirements?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, system requirements. Yeah, just basic things. Basic is enough. 4
Basic
GB
one.
RAM
Okay.
is enough. 4 GB RAM is enough.
Okay.
Minimum 4 GB RAM is enough. Okay. So everything I'll show you from the scratch, friends. No, nothing to worry. I will take one of your screen control. I'll make to install your system, friends. Okay. Everyone parallel do that along with me. Okay. And so first we'll be installing Node.js. Okay. And next on top of we'll be installing that Visual Studio, where this is the IDE. This Visual Studio is one of the IDE integrated development environment where we used to write your test scripts. Okay. On top of Node.js only, we'll be installing that Visual Studio, friends. In the Visual Studio, we are going to be install the Playwright. Okay, now in this we are going to install the Playwright. We are going to be add the play, and then after that we'll be adding some extensions. Whatever extensions you want, MCP Copilot, whatever you want. Okay, and whatever you want, you can have in this Visual Studio, friends. Everything inbuilt in Visual Studio, everything we can have, friends. Okay, now how to write your first script, how to install it, how to execute it, how to debug it, how to install in various ways. All these things step by step, we'll be learning from Monday onwards. Okay, now don't miss that classes daily, regularly. We'll be having that every class is interlinked. If you miss my one class, next class will be very difficult for you. Of course, we'll have a recordings that can manageable, but if you delay means that will be like that only. Okay, now even why I'm saying that, even in my life cycle also I did so many delays that I was seen that the results also negative impacts. That's why I don't want make to happen with my students. Okay, please, I am here to guide you very properly. Please utilize, friends. Please, I am requesting you. Okay, please utilize properly. Be regular to the classes, and please support me in sharing my meeting ID for your friends as well. So far everyone clear? Is everyone clear, friends?
Yes.
Yes.
So today you can expect that. Today you can expect that recordings, and you can expect these documents, all those things, friends. Okay. Assignments I'll be sharing you from Monday onwards, because we have just started introduction only. But Monday onwards we'll do all the installations, setups, kind of basic executions. We'll see that, and keep going on that all the code programs. So we'll start with slowly with JavaScripts and TypeScripts, then under GitHub servers commands. So this duration of the course is, everyone knows that it is 3 months of this course. It is in that 1 month of first 1 month will be fully concentrating on the JavaScript, TypeScript, and GitHub commands, and doing some assignment practices. Okay, MCP questions, working on this JavaScript, TypeScript, all those things. This entire 1 month we'll talk on this JavaScript, TypeScript, and GitHub commands, end-to-end GitHub commands. These are the 1 month schedule. And second month and third month, we totally occupied with the Playwright basics and to intermediate to advanced level, AI assistants, models, AI agents, and MCP servers. All these things will be discussed entirely. CDCA integrations, okay, Azure scheduling the jobs. All these things in next second month, third month, we are going to be discussed in the next 2 months. This is the total plan of the 3 months, friends. Okay, now. Okay. Any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we can sign off for today. Any questions that you have, friends?
No, from mine.
No.
This course,
Okay.
like what, which domain projects we are going to work on?
Yes,
Well,
yesterday we had a conversation, right? My company vice president, he has already told like we are going to be work on one project. So it was under development.
okay,
It was
okay.
under development. Actually, we charge for that application. We charge for that separately working on the application, but as complimentary, we are offering for you for your batch free of cost. Commodities trading and risk management simulators. Commodities trading and risk management simulators. On this application, you are going to be working. This is a live application which is developed by us only.
Okay, fine.
Okay, it was under development actually. It was under development. By the end of this course, this website is going to be complete. So on this, I'm making to deploy to work on it. Okay, with all AI integrations and MCP server setups, all these things, and when you'll be going to work on this application. Actually, we charge separately for this application, for working on real time, but 5 batch complimentary we are giving, friends. Okay, giving us complimentary for this, working on this application. Commodities, trading, and risk management simulator. This is what the application that you are going to be work on hands-on. Okay, is everyone clear?
Yes.
So friends, daily the class will be Monday to Friday. That's 7 to 8 a.m. 7 to 8 a.m. 1 hour the class daily goes on. So as everyone knows that you'll be getting the recordings, you'll get the notes, you'll get the source code daily from GitHub server. You're going to be get it. We haven't started it, right? So from most probably from Wednesday onwards, we can expect that code as well from GitHub server. So that recording will be give view access for 1 year. If you want on request basis, I can extend to 6 more months. Also, I can extend that. Some people will give lifetime access. There is no use of lifetime access. Okay, and one more thing, if any new updates comes in Playwright, I'm going to be call back my alumni students to update that latest things in the Playwright. Okay. And daily, I'm going to give the assignments on topics, whatever discussing. We are going to give the real-time assignments also for practice, friends. Okay, MCP questions daily I'm going to give for topic space also. So please utilize properly and please encourage me in sharing this link to your friends as well. Okay. So any questions? Shall we drop?
Yep, we are good and we can drop. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, friends. We'll meet on Monday. Same link. Okay. Continuation of this Playwright installation setups, all those things, basic writing the code and how to execute, how to debug, all those things I'm going to show you from tomorrow onwards. Signing off with your friends. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend.
Sorry to ask, tomorrow also class?
No, tomorrow is Sunday, right?
Okay. Yeah, by Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, Monday. Please, I'm requesting you, please share to your friends, ask them to join from Monday onwards at least. Okay.
Sir,
I'll share that
Vikram,
this 1 week of classes. I'm going to be create one YouTube channel already there. In that YouTube channel playlist I'm creating, friends. So please, everyone, please reply to my WhatsApp. You know my company number, right? 789. Once again, I'm pinging here. My number is 789 331 1818. Please, everyone, ping hi, just ping hi, because why? I did one second. I sending a lot of messages through WhatsApp. One fine day before your class starts, 24 hours, my number got blocked not to send a WhatsApp to any more, because by unknown persons, if I'm sending means they are blocking that as per the WhatsApp rules. That's why at least some communication, both of one communication must happen. Then only it is smoothly can happen. That just put hi to this WhatsApp number. 789 331 1818 is a company number. Please just send hi. So I will please also save this as a Qubit AI Labs. Please save this number as a Qubit AI Labs, so others can find as a Qubit AI Labs, not instead of spammer. Okay, na? Please try to save this number.
Ravi,
Yes.
So today is Saturday for you. So the classes will be taking from Monday to Friday, right?
Yes, Monday to Friday. Saturdays I'll be taking, and occasionally like first Saturday and third Saturdays for mock interviews.
Okay, but now it's Saturday, right?
Yes, Saturday for us now.
Okay, that is the reason I'm asking. Yeah, you are saying Monday to Friday.
For you it will be Sunday night, I think.
No, Friday night. Friday night.
No. Okay, actually your class will be from Sunday night to Friday night.
Sunday night to Friday. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's what. Okay, please everyone try to save like this Qubit AI Labs and send to my WhatsApp number just hi. Okay, na? That helps me a lot. Okay, I'm signing off, friends. Done for today. We'll meet on Monday. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank